Time bends once more, and the storm returns. Outlander fans, prepare yourselves. The official trailer for Season 8, Episode 1 has landed, and it's a breathtaking glimpse into love, war, and the weight of destiny. The stakes have never been higher. Will Claire and Jamie's legacy survive the darkness ahead? Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the stories that move us. If you're obsessed with Outlander like I am, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a theory, breakdown, or emotional roller coaster from this unforgettable final chapter. With Season 8 officially underway, STARZ has gifted us a trailer packed with tension, romance, and the promise of heartbreak. This isn't just the beginning of the end. It's the start of Outlander's most powerful season yet. Get ready for a finale drenched in sacrifice, strength, and the eternal bond between Claire Fraser and Jamie Mackenzie. From the blood-soaked battlefields of the American Revolution to the tender, fragile moments of peace, this season promises to shake the very soul of the Fraser saga. Loyalties will be tested, fates rewritten, history challenged. As the premiere date nears, the question grows louder. Can love endure the pull of time when everything conspires to tear it apart? The trailer teases emotional landmines and epic moments that will stay with us long after the screen fades to black. As Claire and Jamie brace for war and personal reckoning, we're thrown into a story where survival isn't just about living, it's about what lives on. Set in 1776, Fraser's Ridge transforms from a sanctuary into a war zone. Jamie forges fragile alliances with Cherokee leaders and wary settlers, while Claire battles the rising tide of injuries and trauma in her overwhelmed clinic. The future of their world is as fragile as ever. Everything unravels when young Ian returns with grim news. Redcoat forces, led by the vengeful Lieutenant Knox, are closing in. His mission? To silence Jamie forever. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger wrestle with a heart-wrenching decision. Should they stay and raise their children amid chaos, or risk everything to escape through the stones once more? Their struggle reflects Claire's own, especially after she finds a chilling note in her future medical journal. Warning of a disaster at the Battle of Moores Creek. A midnight attack shatters what little peace remains. Fires rage. Lives are lost. Homes are destroyed. And in the smoldering wreckage, the Frasers make a desperate stand. But victory comes at a cost. A beloved friend dies, and the grief that follows is unbearable. Jamie's solemn vow. We don't fight for victory. We fight for what survives us. Captures the emotional heart of the premiere. Claire begins experiencing haunting visions. A storm, a bloodied tartan, and a grave. Her mortality looms closer. But then, a mysterious figure steps through the stones, dressed in 1960s clothing, holding a letter. It's addressed to Claire and signed Faith. Yes, Faith, a name loaded with meaning and heartbreak. The episode threads the fury of war with the fragile ties of family. Jamie's leadership is tested as he tries to hold Fraser's Ridge together. Claire must decide if saving lives now means destroying the future. Brianna and Roger choose to stay, for their children, for each other, even as Roger finds a half-burned British dispatch pointing to a traitor nearby. Young Ian slips into the forest, resolved to rescue the captives or die trying. His departure leaves a heavy silence behind. In Claire's clinic, her journal lies open on the page that warns of Moores Creek. A drop of her blood stains the paper, her finger cut on a scalpel, as thunder cracks and her vision blurs. The storm, the grave, the tartan. She opens the letter. It reads, "She lives." Then the scene cuts to the standing stones, lightning crashing, time itself seemingly splitting. A figure, Faith, steps forward. But before she and Claire can reach each other, the screen fades to black. Claire's voice lingers. Time doesn't heal. It demands. Set in 1776, the Ridge is no longer safe. Jamie navigates fragile alliances with Cherokee leaders and settlers, while Claire's clinic overflows with wounded men, a grim preview of the war to come. But the real threat? Lieutenant Knox, a ruthless redcoat officer hell-bent on crushing Jamie's influence. Claire's impossible choice. When Claire discovers a cryptic warning in her future self's medical journal, she faces a devastating paradox. Should she change history to save lives, even if it erases the future she once knew? Brianna and Roger's agonizing decision. With war closing in, Brianna and Roger must choose: risk raising their children in a war-torn past, or gamble on a dangerous return to the future. Their struggle mirrors Claire's. How far would you go to protect your family? Time bends once more as Outlander launches into its most heart-wrenching and thrilling chapter yet. The official trailer for Season 8, Episode 1 has dropped, teasing an unforgettable saga of love, war, and fate-defying decisions. Will Claire and Jamie's legacy withstand the storm of history bearing down on them? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're an Outlander fan, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a breakdown, theory, or twist as we journey through the final season together. As the mists of time part for one last ride, Outlander is gearing up to deliver a farewell packed with sacrifice, resilience, and the unbreakable bond that has defined Claire and Jamie Fraser's love story. From the chaos of revolution to the intimate struggles of the heart, this season promises to test loyalties, rewrite destinies, and etch its final chapter into our souls. The countdown to the premiere is on, but the burning question remains: can love survive when history fights to tear it apart? Dive into the trailer, unravel the hidden clues, and prepare to say goodbye to a saga that changed the face of historical fantasy television forever. The final season kicks off with the edge of time, plunging Claire and Jamie into the turbulence of the American Revolution. Fraser's Ridge, once their sanctuary, now stands as a battleground where loyalties crumble and danger creeps ever closer. Jamie finds himself navigating uneasy alliances with Cherokee leaders and wary settlers, while Claire's clinic overflows with wounded militiamen, a grim sign of the war's looming toll. Then young Ian returns with news that chills the bone. British redcoats, led by the ruthless Lieutenant Knox, are closing in, ready to extinguish Jamie's growing influence in the rebellion. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger are forced into an agonizing choice. Do they stay in the 18th century to protect their children, or risk everything by returning through the stones to the uncertain safety of the future? Claire's world is further shaken when she uncovers a cryptic entry in her 20th century medical journal, a warning from her future self tied to an impending disaster at the Battle of Moores Creek. She's left grappling with a devastating dilemma: intervene and possibly change history, or stay the course and let fate take its toll. Just when it seems the tension can't rise any higher, a violent nighttime raid engulfs Fraser's Ridge. Knox's redcoats burn homes, seize hostages, and leave a trail of devastation. In a desperate counterattack, Jamie and Claire fight back, but at a terrible cost. A beloved ally is lost, and the weight of sacrifice hits harder than ever before. And then, the twist that sends chills down our spines. A stranger from the 1960s steps through the standing stones, carrying a letter addressed to Claire. It's signed by one name: Faith. As the mists of time part one last time, Outlander prepares to deliver its most poignant and pulse-pounding season yet. The newly released trailer promises a finale steeped in sacrifice, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between Claire Fraser and Jamie Mackenzie. From the battlefields of revolution to the quiet storms of the heart, this final chapter will test loyalties, rewrite destinies, and close an era that has captivated millions. With the premiere just around the corner, one question looms: can love truly conquer all, even when history itself seems poised to tear them apart? Dive into the trailer with me as we unravel the clues and prepare to say farewell to a saga that redefined epic storytelling. What to expect in Season 8, Episode 1, The Edge of Time. Fraser's Ridge, once a sanctuary, is now a battleground as the American Revolution rages on. Jamie navigates fragile alliances with Cherokee leaders and wary settlers, while Claire's medical skills are pushed to the limit by the wounded. But the fragile peace shatters when young Ian returns with dire news. Redcoat soldiers, led by the ruthless Lieutenant Knox, are closing in, determined to crush Jamie's influence in the rebellion. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger face an agonizing choice: risk raising their children in a war-torn era or attempt a dangerous return to the future through the stones. Their turmoil mirrors Claire's chilling discovery, a cryptic warning in her 20th century medical journal, hinting at an impending disaster linked to the Battle of Moores Creek. The tension explodes in a brutal nighttime raid on Fraser's Ridge. Homes burn, hostages are taken, and a beloved ally falls. Jamie's vow, "We didn't fight for victory, we fight for what survives us," anchors the season's theme of legacy over conquest. But as eerie visions haunt Claire, a storm, a bloodied tartan, an unmarked grave, the question remains: will history demand their ultimate sacrifice? And in a jaw-dropping final moment, a mysterious figure steps through the stones, clad in 1960s attire, clutching a letter Addy.